have a very short, sweet, simple one today. It's called Going Inward, and this is based on the idea of the Unalome or the labyrinth, where the journey inward, you spiral through to the center, and then you have to walk back out with that knowledge, right? And that is the journey. It's this winding, curving path inward, and then we bring all of that back out. So let's find out what you are being, or rather why you're being invited to retreat and to introspect. Oh, I love this. Again, these readings have just been off the charts lately. We have the High Priestess coupled with the Three of Wands. So why are you being asked to retreat and introspect? To have a deeper relationship with your own intuition, perhaps to learn to trust your own intuition, or to deepen and develop that skill to really hone it, because the world that we live in, it shuts us out and off from that internal knowing, and we doubt ourselves so much. So part of that invitation is having this time in this space to listen to and develop a trust and understanding of how your own intuition works. And I always tell absolutely everybody who will listen, the difference between the ego and the soul, between intuition and fear and your triggers and your narratives, is that your intuition will whisper. It will say it just once. It'll be so calm and so gentle and so quiet that you'll often miss it. And ego and trauma and the narratives, they will play on repeat and loop, and they will spin out, and they will construct a whole narrative and a whole story that leaves you feeling disempowered. And that's how you can tell the difference between the two. And this Three of Wands here is this idea of expansion and preparing and planning. So coupled together, the reason why you're being invited to retreat and to introspect is because your intuition, something deep within you, already knows the way to go, already knows what is for you. And if you can slow down and listen and trust that, you will have the inner power, authority, and empowerment to take that step, to take that action, to do what is necessary to plan and persevere and remove anything that may be an obstacle or maybe holding you back. Perhaps it's the ego in those thoughts, but to lean into that deeper part of your knowing, and that part where you are connected to the Most High and to Spirit and to that truly innate God part of you, because we are not apart. What aspect of self are you being asked to explore deeper? What aspect of self? Queen of Swords. So it's this being decisive. Let me show you that. Being decisive and clear about your own values, your boundaries, about finding the ways to communicate those complex parts of yourself from a place of knowing, and being able to confidently communicate whether something is or is not for you, and allowing for intuition to lead rather than impulse, to allow for truth and clarity to be what guides you forward and what you attract towards yourself, and that anything that isn't going to provide you truth or clarity and be aligned with your path, to be very swiftly removed from it. What is the soul? Whoa. Okay. What is the soul seeking to understand or experience for its highest growth? I absolutely love this. What is the soul seeking to understand or experience for its highest growth? Oh, we got two. Oh, wow. We have counterparts coming out now. So now we have the King and Queen of Swords. So again, it's being in that very mature, grounded energy of knowing what your boundaries are and knowing how that masculine, feminine energy within you works and balances itself out, and having that inner strength, that inner fire, that inner power of knowing when and where to apply force or pressure, whether that be to yourself or to others, through loving guidance and by leading by example, by being so firm and solid and clear in who you are and your values and your boundaries and what you want, and allowing that to be how you show up and how you lead your life. And that alone creates a boundary in which people will know what they can or can't approach you with. And I get a lot of questions about this and how I operate and the types of things that I don't experience that are very typical for somebody who does the type of work that I do. And it simply comes down to those values, those boundaries, and things that I stand for are very clear and apparent, and that alone stands as a symbol for how people are able to approach me and what to approach me with, or just it creates that refinement on that energetic level. So what needs to be healed, transmuted, or transformed? Two of Pentacles. So there's this need for balance, adaptability, and change in your life. Perhaps it's not being in tune with your intuition, not being led by your own values and that intuition. And now that this has come to your awareness, to take that actionable step, to do that, to allow for that refinement, and to find that balance between the parts of yourself and what you are and are willing to allow into your life, and the spaces in which you're being asked to grow and heal and transform. And to know that amidst the waves of life, you can always tap back into that deeper part of yourself. And it seems like overall you're being asked to heal that relationship with your inner intuition. And perhaps there's a level of forgiveness that has to happen for places where you did not trust yourself, where you did not listen to your own intuition, which is something so super common. And it's something that can really feed that disempowering cycle and that self-victimization. So allowing yourself the time and the space to come to that forgiveness of self, to forgive yourself for not listening to your intuition or not knowing better at the time. And now that you are wiser and you have a better understanding of how your own intuition works, you can set those very clear boundaries. Let's see, is there anything else the collective needs to know about this? The Tower. So once you take the time to sit with this and address this and go inward with this, you are going to notice that things are going to start shaking and moving in your life. And though the Tower card may be scary and it's often unexpected, it's really about removing those things that are not in alignment with who you are, who you're becoming. So just let it go. I know it's really hard and you want to hold on because it brings a state of uncertainty, but know that anything and anyone that's being removed from your life is coming from having these clear boundaries. It's coming from having this clarity and trust within your own intuition and the strength to set those boundaries, to hold by them, and to maintain that balance in your life. I absolutely love all of this for you. If you would like your own personal reading, would like to dive into this a little bit deeper, or anything else like Reiki healing, shamanic journey, please reach out to me. If you would like to book this one, it is called Going Inward. See you soon.